Hi, folks. This is Don Meisner with the North Country Fishing Report. You know, I've been made aware of something that I wanted to share with you, and it sounds preposterous, but there's a threat right now of giant pigs moving into northern United States from Canada. And these giant pigs are a real threat to any place that they go. They're a threat to the environment. They're a threat to the animals and birds that live in that environment. And how did this all come to be? First of all, I want you to realize that pigs are an invasive species. They are not native to the United States or Canada, and they were brought here in the 1500s by the explorer De Soto. He brought 11 pigs on his ship, and then after he died, I guess that population started to grow. And why are pigs dangerous? Okay, number one, they're extremely intelligent. They grow to big size, and they can really destroy the environment they're around. They can destroy farmers' plants in areas. They can uproot trees. And in the South, they've become a big danger. Wild boars. Some people go hunting them, but they really are dangerous. Now, in Canada, the same thing pretty much happened. There were domestic pigs crossed with wild pigs in an attempt to get a bigger, more formidable foe for big game hunters to go after. But what's happened is these pigs have got huge. I repeat, they're extraordinarily intelligent. And they thought that these pigs wouldn't be able to survive the winters of Western Canada, where the temperature got up to 50 below zero. But they do survive. Number one, because they're so big. They've taken one of these pigs that was over 660 pounds. That's gigantic. And you take their great big long tusks. And here's what's happened. Because they're so smart, they have burrowed under the snow. They can burrow down as many as 6 feet deep. And they also use their tusks to cut cattails. And they line the bottoms of these caves that they build with the cattails. And actually, it becomes very warm for them, and they can survive. And biologists and planes can locate where they are because there's steam coming out of the ground where they've burrowed down. They also have become pretty much nocturnal. They will adapt to all the dangers around them, the dangers that we present in trying to eradicate them. So it's something to be aware of. You know, over the years, our climate shows changes, our temperatures change, and as a result, we have different species moving into an area where they weren't native. Let's just take our area here. We didn't used to have ospreys. We didn't used to have eagles like we do now. We didn't have hogweed, which is a plant that is really dangerous to people that have it exposed to their skin. And it's just an example of how things change. And we talk about invasive species and how they affect our fisheries. Zebra mussels, gobies. They're just one example of what happens. So I guess more than anything, when we're talking about fishing, we're talking about the wildlife around us and the environment around us that I think is so special. But we also are always vulnerable to new threats, and it's important to be aware. Until next time, folks, this is Don Meisner with the North Country Fishing Report.